Hi, welcome to the Stockinit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as J Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It.
No, it sounded so weird.
This is episode 114. Oh, all that hard work to get Chaz to sit in my lap, and
Down he goes.
Yeah. Oh well.
He was right here for a second.
Yeah, and then I had to get up and hit the button, and he's not into this whole rock star.
Yeah, fair weather friend.
He is. He's like,
Max is still here.
yeah. He's just sleeping though. Like, you guys continue to talk to those people that don't exist out on the internet. See if it bothers me any. Well, you do exist.
Yeah.
That you just don't exist to him. It looks like we're talking to the room.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which we are.
mm-hmm. Indeed. So, how's it going?
Good. I went to Shepherd's Harvest this weekend.
Yes, I accompanied you.
Strangely. Yeah, it was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
I got more stuff than I wanted to, and I had to get my stuff moved over.
I actually verbalized while we were driving up that, like, I got the tingle of the fact that I was going to be buying a lot of stuff that day. And so it was a shopper's sky, which I had to explain to my daughter what that was. It's just a funny way of saying that it looks like I feel like I'm going to buy a lot of stuff, and I came home with a lot of stuff that I'm super happy with. Like, cool. No regrets.
I really like the things that I got too. Mm-hmm. I have a little bit of guilt around the not getting to it right away, right? Like, I want to start it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the items is at home on one of my spindles.
Already?
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Already on the spindles.
Quick turnaround.
Yeah. I don't know, getting in the groove for the Tour de Fleece.
Mm.
As in, like the weather turns nice and I start spinning more, apparently. That's just the way it goes.
That's the way of the Amy.
Mm-hmm. It is. So, yeah, that was fun. And my daughter had a soccer game before that. And we had a pretty lazy Sunday. Although I went to my neighborhood watch meeting, which was also an ice cream social, which may have had a lot to do with our family's participation.
They know how to line that stuff up.
We arrived a little late though, because they were already explaining something, and I'm like, I missed the beginning. I'm not sure what's going on. But I did sign the sheet, and so I'm assuming information will be emailed to me very shortly. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Getting a neighborhood watch for some reason.
That's good.
Get some signs put up.
It's good to watch your neighborhood.
Yep. And then, just more retreat work going on. Lots of that.
Creeping in.
We do have some new folks joining us for the vendors, which is kind of nice. And as soon as those contracts have signatures, we'll be able to share the joy.
Yes, you will be able to share in the squee.
Exactly.
But yeah, and there's all kinds of exciting stuff going on with the retreat, but again, not necessarily for this part of the show or announcing, right?
Well, we had to do some of our wrangling at our event at the Shepherd's Harvest, so it was on my mind.
It's kind of like a spoiler right there.
Sorry.
But no, definitely taking up more and more of our daily lives. And so, yeah, it only makes sense that it kind of creeped into our what you been doing this week section, because that's been a lot of what we've been doing, especially for in the knit world. All right, so some administrati. I still do not have a self-striping sponsor lined up, although I do think I have possibly a PM about it, so we may have one for this month. But Amy's mom, the Silver Shed USA, has very generously given us this Monsters University little sock pouch, and so she will be the bag sponsor for May for the self-striping. And I wanted to also mention briefly that just because of some of my Instagram activity, it sounds like it's going to be ZK related, but it's not. If you are interested in getting a ZK shirt, they have a limited quantity of extras in certain sizes that they're going to be putting back up on the shop. So get them while they're hot. You don't have to be coming to the retreat to get them if you just like the graphic and think it's cute, and don't mind that it says, ZK 2015 on it, or you missed out and you are coming to ZK. They, like I said, they have a limited quantity of extras that they'll be selling out there. So jump on it.
Yes.
Jump on it, run the pony, jump on it. All right, what else is going on? I have my medal and shirt from the Woolly Trot. So
mine isn't quite this bright, but yes, I have my shirt that's gray.
You can see me running from
It's more like the color of your shirt that's under.
Okay, fun.
Yeah, so
without the cat hair all over it.
It might have cat hair all over it.
I don't know. Does this material have cat hair clinging qualities?
It's fairly resistant.
Yeah, you can see me running from space. But I super love the logo. I also love how well the Kickstarter was handled.
Yes.
Everything was delivered on the time frames that she said, and there's still the 5K yet to be run and prizes, and but we were sponsors.
Yeah,
so that's super fun.
I never felt in the dark. This was a very well run thing.
Yep.
And we have more to look forward to.
Yeah.
To get to run.
And I love the shirt. And anybody that heard about the Kickstarter on our podcast, and we did a giveaway, didn't we? I swear we did a giveaway.
I don't know what it was.
Maybe we didn't. Maybe we just mentioned it.
We mentioned we were sponsors.
Yep.
As soon as we did it.
Okay. Make sure that you go out and let us know that you're training for the 5K.
Yeah.
And that you'll be joining us. And then I got my medal.
Adorable medal.
Yeah, it's super adorable, but I feel like I've jinxed myself now. I did not earn
this medal. You put it on too soon.
Like,
she's gonna break her foot while she's running it.
Find some wood to knock on there. Woo! But super, super great job, Miss Sarah.
That's cutie patootie.
Yeah. Cute. What else is going on? I have the Actually Knitting podcast is having a podcast along, and she contacted me, and I've given her a coupon code for my patterns. So the cast on for the podcast along is knitting yarn or patterns by podcasters, and the cast on is June 1st. So the coupon code is currently active if you're prepping for the June 1st cast on, because June 1st is going to get here before we know it, which freaks me out a little bit. But yeah, go out and listen to her audio podcast and find out if you're interested in purchasing any of my patterns at a discounted rate. And that is all the administrati I had. We shall talk about Shepherd's Harvest in enabling, shall we?
Yes.
I think the correct answer to that is we shall.
Okay, we shall.
Okay, let's try it again. We will talk about Shepherd's Harvest and enabling, shall we?
We shall.
Okay. Finished objects, my friend?
No.
Wah.
Trying to think. I did finish a yarn, but I don't have it with me, so I've been spinning.
Is it be in like a
it's
hermetically sealed area where there's vacuum?
Basically, it was washed and dried in my bathroom, and that door stayed shut for as long as it took.
But you have a little thumbprint reader, and if she puts her paw up there, it's like access denied.
Step away from the door. Step away from the door.
The yarn will remain, and then a little glass container falls over the door. Sorry.
Okay, then she puts on her little harness and she drops from the ceiling, and
all to eat some tasty, tasty yarn.
But yeah, I had finished both of my spins recently, and I had posted a picture of empty spindles on Instagram, and now they're both started. So both of them have fiber again, and I think whips count for the Tour de Fleece. So I'm excited to. I might try to get them empty again before Tour de Fleece starts, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not sweating it. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about all that. I have yet to buy my my next spindle. I was so excited about it, and then I just haven't heard recently. I don't know what's going on in the Bosworth camp. They must be planning something big, but I haven't heard from them yet.
Fun. I finished a Clara dress out of Cyborg's craft room. I absolutely loved it blocked out, so I washed and blocked it. Have the button picked out but not sewed on yet, and this is, as I said, Cyborg's craft room in the Orange You Glad It's Pink colorway that was from our birthday kits last year. And this is my fourth and final, I think, for a while. I'm not awares of any other little girls to knit for, but yeah, super cute. I have my mods published in one of the 4, and then people have chimed in and let me know that there are other very similar patterns out there. So if you love the aesthetic of this dress, there are similar free patterns and paid for patterns out there that are not part of the kit. So be awares. Little baby girl. It's been the longest since I've had a little baby girl.
Oh, I just thought of something that somebody asked me to mention, so keep going, and I gotta look that
And then
up.
this is a sewing FO. I got my horribly not misused. What's the word I'm looking for? Lonely, neglected.
There you go.
Sewing machine out. And my mom taught me this trick, but there's actually, I should have grabbed a piece that's out there, or that isn't sewn on it, but they have this flannel backed vinyl, and so these are waterproof changing pads, and then I just get some cute flannel, and so both sides are nice soft flannel, but then in the middle it's not a crinkly vinyl, but it's definitely waterproof in between there, and they're just great for anything. I mean, if you're not changing your kid on it, you could also use it. I think Jenny, when I was telling her about it, said you could use it as like a waterproof if you're sitting in the car and they were eating something. But yeah, I sew the vinyl side in between, and then I turn it inside out like a pillowcase, and then I just seam around the edges, and I'm trying to figure out where my hole was that I did a pretty good job on this one, where I turned it inside out through that hole, and then but yeah, if you're looking at it, you might even be able to see in the low res of this video, like the seams aren't the same width, and there's some definite crinkling. The one thing I would say about the vinyl is that it has a lot of stretch, so if you don't put it on the top, if you put it on the bottom, you get to the end and you have a lot more fabric of the just flannel without the vinyl, because it stretches as you go. So it's kind of finicky to work with, but I think it's worth it. And I don't, for what you're going to be doing with it, changing mini human diapers on it, I think that it's, the uneven seams and the crinkling and stuff is okay. I'm okay with it.
They're very cute.
I hope that the moms that I'm giving them to are okay with them being less than perfect sewing. But it felt good. I actually was like, I might. Dexter's been complaining that he needs some shorts, and so I was thinking about, but he likes pockets, so I was thinking about possibly those play pants that I used to make for the kids, making a bigger size and maybe putting in some pockets and making them shorts.
Okay.
And then it got really crazy, and I was like, I bet I could use as a template those kind of those culottes that I wore to Jeremy's birthday party.
Oh.
And I could make myself some, like, looks like a skirt short pant things, and then it didn't happen. But you know how your brain jumps from one thing to the other. If I could make the kids shorts, I could make myself, and then I was like, and then I could start picking fabrics to like match with my yarn. I would have like this whole, handmade wardrobe.
Yeah, some people have been making some really cute tops out online.
Amy was like, and other people, not Megan, have been making really cute tops.
Well, it's nothing against you. I just know how busy we are, and that sounds impossible.
No. I mean, it's complete, like, daydream.
Yeah.
Megan, the seamstress, will make herself some dress slacks, and, But it's fun. I mean, that's how you end up with yarn stashes and fabric stashes.
Yeah.
Because you get on one of those kicks where you're going to make yourself the culottes, and you go out and buy the fabric because that's the first step in the project, and then you don't follow.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I have a lot of things like that. Like I was making somebody a project bag, just a plain reversible drawstring project bag, and while I was there I found like 3 or 4 fabrics that were just so cute, and were gonna be drawstring fabric pouches too. And I got through the first one that was for somebody else, and it was okay. And then but that was after I had made like 3 of them that were the complete wrong size to carry yarn in. And so,
what could you carry in them?
I don't know, they went to the kids. They were too narrow by the time. Like, I miscut them, basically. I was going off of an internet pattern. It wasn't for knitting. It was for something else. And I cut it to their specifications and went, what were they going to carry? And then gave that to the kids. And then the next one, I think it just ended up looking wrong because of how, I don't know. Third one was the charm. Third one worked. It looked good.
I have a metric butt ton of really cute kids flannel because I went through that, right? Where I was like, oh, I'm making these play pants, and oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. But so this was a good use of some of my flannel that I've got laying around.
Yeah, and you're past the burp cloth stage, and the burp cloths are really handy too because you just do the edging. But the thing that I needed to mention that administrative, earlier, somebody contacted me about a sock yarn minis and scrap swapping Facebook page.
Cool.
So they know that there are groups out there in Ravelry, and I pointed her to a new one she hadn't heard of. But she wanted to go ahead and have that. And so it's a closed group, but feel free to join the group. And if there's a place, I can try it now. Nope. Okay. There's no place to, at least on the mobile, to say, like, I'm on Ravelry and I heard about you. But they're very, the members are very excited about getting more swapping going and trying to add to their blankie. And I know that the few places that I had joined when I was intending to make one were really fun, and I have like a giant gallon-sized bag full of them, and I'm like, I haven't started that blankie yet. But more power to you, because I really want one eventually, and it will be cute eventually.
You totally could have segued into my stashing of fabric with that, because you stashed sock blankie.
I did. And still still there. I haven't given it away or anything. But that was it.
Okay.
And she gave me a link. I'll try to give it to you to
I think she contacted me as well.
Oh, okay. So you have it.
I think so.
So I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that because
for sure.
She's just trying to get a group going, and as all swaps are, you'll swap at your own risk. But I think that minis are kind of a low risk. Try to get
not a huge time investment.
Right. Yep. It's a good way to start swapping.
Cool. All right. Work in progress.
I have another one of those hats, and you've probably seen this part of the triangle a lot, but it doesn't get very much work done on it.
Super pretty though. I like how the colors are coming up. Did you not bring something?
It's either not brought or it's in the car. I've been working on my cinnamon girl, and I joined the sleeves in.
Oh, wow.
So, and I've gotten, like, I don't know, a good 4 inches into the progress up the shoulder, which I think is ultimately going to be 9 to 10 inches, so it's still a long ways to go. But every row gets me one step closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that might, if I give that enough time, I think it'll be done next week, but we'll see if it gets enough time.
Yeah.
There's so many other things that just keep getting in the way.
And the weather's finally warming up.
Yes. Yeah, things are starting to. But the only other thing that got a lot of attention was that I just went ahead and started that second story tee. That we had talked about in the Interweave magazine, and it's seamed, so it's just one side, back and forth.
Fun. What's the yarn?
This is the
that's right. Yeah.
the stuff from the clearance bin, rescued from the clearance bin, Pima cotton silk. Yeah, I am.
It'll be bright.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying working with the yarn and remembering why I love working with the yarn. And I do have those sweaters in my closet, and they do seem to be holding up nicely. So hopefully this one will too. And I'm liking the color. It's very pretty. Exciting, exciting. But yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, I have needle adjacent projects, but I don't know if we're counting that.
We can talk about those.
We can talk about them in enabling.
Oh, because they're new. Yeah. Wow. You really did want to really use that yarn right away.
I did.
I am currently working on, I was trying to diligently get here to the end so that I could show you, but that's probably not going to happen, seeing as that I'm not near the end. I was trying to get to where I wasn't going to need to count, and then I realized that I had my back. But this is that Blue Heron mercerized Egyptian cotton lace weight. Really enjoying working with it. It does not feel like cotton to me in my hand, in that I'm not retensioning and having hand issues like you normally do with cotton. It glows. It's like in this light, it's like, and then it's also really shiny because of that mercerized cotton bit. And the Egyptian cotton makes it really soft. So I'm really enjoying the fabric that it's creating. Do you feel it? You've already felt it. I've already made you feel it. But I just joined in or got done seaming the underarms and working on the kind of shrug piece of it. This is actually the top. And yeah, it's another Hito Fude.
It is.
Super exciting. It's a little disconcerting to, I was saying that sarcastically, that it must be super exciting that I'm just knitting the same pattern over and over again. I was trying to come up with like a cute, while I was knitting, phrase to describe knitting the same pattern over and over again, like deja knitting, or, like I think we called it a case of the multiples last time. But yeah, it's a little disconcerting when I look at the ball and it looks like there's it's been used out of it, and I have two of them.
More like Hito Fude.
So that's a little disconcerting. That there's that I'm on the main body and there's hardly any.
Could have made it out of one.
Yes, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? I did the number of arm repeats that it called for, and the last few of them I've been doing the modification where I increase all of the V's, not just the V's on the sides. But then I increase less often, because you're obviously increasing a lot more stitches on those rows because you're doing it across the whole number of stitches and not just the back or the side stitches. So yeah, I don't know. I've really, like I said, I've really enjoyed working with this yarn. I have noticed that this cotton does like to knot on itself, though. Like it seems like, even though I'm, I don't know if that's a cotton thing or a lace weight thing, but like there's knots all over, and I just separated these. from alternating. I don't alternate when I was doing the in the round bit. So I don't know. It is what it is. I really super love the colors, and the cotton will be nice and breathable. But yeah, ultimately I want to get something on the needles that will be new for our retreat.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of wishful thinking at this point, considering how much time I'll be spending not knitting, moving, as we get closer. But, a girl can dream, kind of like her sewn culottes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have a similar dream. I have a
dream.
Aforementioned, not to be yet cast on thing that I would like to get done before the retreat. But this thing jumped on the needles before that yarn was available to me, and so now it's like, well, maybe I should just focus on this, and this will be my thing that I'm able to wear to the retreat.
And if you were me, you would go to the fabric store and pick out some fabric to sew some pants that will coordinate with it. I don't know why. It seems like weather changes. So like in the fall, I'm all about sewing for some reason. And then now it's like, springish to getting warmer, and I'm like, I'm gonna sew some things.
It's like nesting or something.
Yeah. But like seasonal affected sewing disorder or something. I don't know. But I do have a very nice sewing machine, and so it's good that I use it every once in a while. Yeah. We want to talk Shepherd's Harvest.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there was, as I mentioned, there was a lot of yarn that I wanted to buy. I did not get back to Cyborg's Craft Room like I said I was going to, but it got to be about 5 o'clock, and that was when things were shutting up, or shutting down, closing up. Shutting up doesn't sound very nice. And took Ellie, and she was really good. She enjoyed herself, and yeah, it was super. Anybody who said hello, it was super nice that you stopped and said hello. Appreciated that. Gave away a few swags, but ultimately just a really great, fun day shopping and looking at woolly, fuzzy, furry things.
There was one sheep in one of the barns, a little black sheep, just laying there, like, just, like curled up like a cat with the, hooves under him, and just looking around. Oh, so soft and so cute. 8 months old. And adorable little all black face. Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
And got to like, ooh, smoosh, smoosh, smoosh.
I can't remember who that, she said it was bottle fed, so it was really, really used to humans. I can't remember the name of the one where if you said her,
Izzy,
it was like Izzy, and then rah, and these kids were just having a grand old time. Yeah. I'm like, Izzy, rah, Izzy, rah,
like followed by cackles of laughter.
Yeah,
it was good.
And then the llamas are always really cute to see them with their little shaved, like really skinny necks.
Yeah. Yep. And also sitting like proper kittens and with all their legs tucked up under their fur. So
llama loafs.
Yeah, llama loafs. They were adorable llama loafs. And then, so what else about the overall event? Got to get some popcorn and fudge. And a big glass of lemonade.
Huge thing of lemonade. Ginormous. Like, I think my daughter was, I think it was like half of her, like body weight. Yeah, it was ginormous, but hand squeezed, super tasty. Added some fruits and stuff to it, but we both came home with big bags of fabulousness, so we should probably get to talking about that. Do you want to dive in, or do you want me to?
I can. So last year when I was at Shepherd's Harvest, I got a dish towel that was hand woven, and I really liked it. Actually, it was just a towel. I put it in my bathroom. These remind me more of dish towels, so they can go in my kitchen. But it's from S. Shepherd Hand Weaver, and so this one is her mat, like a placemat version, And so this will probably just go in the kitchen drawer for small spills and whatever, but super absorbent, lovely colors, very cute. And then this is the larger hand towel size, which is twice the size as the other. And I don't know, I really loved the one that I got last year, and so I sought her out again this year and grabbed those. Super fun.
And Amy enabled me as well because I thought they were super soft and nice. And I'm actually thinking about using mine for like me in the bathroom because I've got one of those the hair towels that are super absorbent, and this is about the same size, so like I could possibly use it as like a put it in my hair or dry off my body. But I got the blue and the yellow. Did we get two similar colors?
I think mine was a little bit more aqua.
Yeah, so we've got quite the range here.
Yeah,
but super cool that it's that they're hand woven, super soft, really pretty.
Yeah,
she changes her
pattern,
her weaving pattern.
So like these are kind of a classic. Let's see, this one is a Norse Huskaback.
Yep.
And so the one I bought last year was a very intricate pattern, and it looks very pretty, and so that one's in my bathroom just to dry your hands on. But I think that these, as lovely as they are going to get put in the kitchen at workhorse.
Yeah, more of a micro pattern, like the other one that you were talking about had a bigger motif that you could see. Whereas these it kind of reminds me a little bit of like honeycombs.
Yep.
Honeycombs that gathers. But mine, this one is, one of them's 100% cotton and one of them's 50% bamboo. This one's 50% bamboo and 50% cotton. Oh, so she was interested in me providing feedback if I use it, and she wanted to know how it wore. And
okay, with the bamboo in it.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely, they both seem very absorbent and dense. But yep, totally enabled by you.
Yeah, and again, like that first one, it was the beauty that drew me in, and now that I've used it, it's very nice towel.
shepherdhandweaver.com. Sandra Shepherd.
Okay.
From Sandstone, Minnesota.
So another purchase is I've got these, what does she call them? Sweet rolls. So I have the Woolly Witch sweet rolls. Adorable, adorable. In the Princess Bubblegum and the Ice Queen. I wasn't sure if I wanted to ply these together, but I thought maybe that would make fun if I made singles and then plied them together. The blue and pink Barbara pole would be really cute.
Oh, very pretty. Very striking.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Make a really great one of those hats.
Yeah, sure. Another hat.
Yeah.
This is only 2 ounces, so that would be a stretch. I think it would have to be like I'd have to make it a sport or fingering weight, so a much lighter weight hat to get the yardage.
Is the pattern written like that? That you can use whatever? Okay.
It is. It's very nice. Martina Bem was, cool thing. She liked one of my posts on Twitter. Wow. I felt very cool.
Was it of her hat?
No, I had just put something about, it was that Hipster Crimes from the At Midnight show. And so Hipster Crime was not knitting your own hat. That would, land you in hipster jail. So
So you tweeted it.
I tweeted that. I don't tweet very often, so I tweeted that, and it was like, I actually got a like, and it was like, I actually got a like from Martina Bem.
Wow.
Felt very, very fancy.
Very cool.
But that was for that fiber, and then I found another fiber. It was Honey Gold Acres, and they're local and don't have much of a presence. She had a phone number and an email address on the tag. And I Googled them and had a hard time. So if you're ever at Shepherd's Harvest again, they had very lovely merino only braids, and dye was, I don't know, it was kind of like going, I hate to say the Goodwill or whatever, but a thrift store where like all the colors were just all over the place, and it felt like a treasure hunt. And I came up with one that looked just like my cat. And I was like, oh my gosh, it looks just like Pivot. And so it's very calico colors, black, orange, white, and gray, all in this one braid. Beautiful. And so that ended up on my spindle right away. I wanted to see how it was gonna do its magic.
Well, and I'm not joking. When I saw that picture, I literally thought your cat was sitting there looking at your purchases. And I was like, oh wait, that's that braid that we got that looks like Pivot.
Yes, totally looks like my cat.
It does.
And then
will Pivot eat Pivot? That is the question.
It's merino though. She is kind of fussy about her breeds, and she likes Rambouillet.
She likes the rare breeds.
And BFL. Merino. Yeah, merino is just too common. I don't know what it is about it. Like, I was thinking that I washed both of those in the Woolmize wash. And so, like, there might be something in there that she likes too. But I don't really want to experiment. I mean,
that would be like encouraging.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you like this one or do you like this one?
She's got like test area A where the same fiber has been washed in Woolmize wool wash, and test area B where
unscented wool wash or whatever. What happened?
No, that would be bad.
I would have to buy that very tasty yarn, you know, the huckleberry or whatever, and knit swatches and then pin them to the ground and say, okay, this one's A, this one's B.
Highly experimental.
Yes, that would be very interesting. Kind of like the experiment we did with Pivot about pancakes. Do cats eat pancakes? So, yes. Cat plays with pancakes. Cat jumps. Anyway, we decided they do not. But that's just in our house.
They eat wool, not pancakes.
Yeah, exactly. So I have Attack and Decay base from Cyborg's Craft Rooms in Aurora colorway. I was kind of looking for a gender neutral baby yarn, and this is what popped into my mind. So I think what it does kind of, I don't know, it's almost boy to me, but there are pops of purple in it. And so I think the pattern will kind of tell, you know, differentiate. And if I wanted to make it unisex, I'll just try to do one that's very like cable. I think cables are kind of unisex and kind of show that you care. You put a little extra interest in the pattern. She's mocking me.
Cables show that you care.
They do. And this was Stepping Stones. She also had One of Us, which was like a Borg reference, I think, and it was really lovely as well. But this one, the blueness of it kind of spoke to me, and so there's like a blue-gray throughout all of it, and it's very manly. I think it will be some very lovely manly socks. Yes. So I'm excited to work on those probably at the end of summer. And then we met up with Fiber Addiction M and found some very lovely worsted weight yarns. This one's Dirty Hippie, and this one is Hot for Teacher.
We were, of our purchases, the Dirty Hippie, she said, was her husband's favorite, and then the one I picked out was her favorite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I really liked, I don't know, this one spoke to me more than anything else, but this one was actually discounted because the colors were a little off from what the normal Hot for Teacher looks like, I think. Or at least, I mean, it looks wonderful to me. And so I got a little tiny discount on this one, and I'm very excited about it. But there was another one in there that I was interested in, and since M is coming to our retreat, yeah, I thought, okay, I can get these two now and enjoy them, and then the retreat, I can pick up that one that I was eyeballing.
Yeah, we definitely had a moment where we were like, hey, wait a minute, we're buying a bunch of yarn from the people we're going to see at our own retreat. But it was really great to stop by and see them and say hello. I also have some Fiber Addiction M. This is in the Glow Bowl. This is her hardcore base, I believe. Her Superwash BFL. And so it's, there's one of them that's just has a little less of the pink and purple. This one has the most. But I, of course, got 3 of them thinking, Hidefude. I'm so predictable. But really wanted to try out the, really love these greens, the chartreuse, of course, and the purple and the shades of green in there. And kind of that overwashed look. I think you have it in your Dirty Hippie as well, right? Where it's not just the green goes, you know, tonally into a blue. It's like the green is partially on there and then the blue, it's like a layered, the layered color. I really love the layeredness of these, and excited to see what she's bringing to our retreat. In addition to, I wanted to get some of the Cyborg's Craft Room. She's got a, what was that base? My brain just completely blanked on it. I'm thinking Rambouillet because you just said Rambouillet. Targi.
Okay, yes.
She has a Targi worsted in a huge skein. That 2 of them will do you a nice sweater, yeah. Yep, and I didn't get it picked out, and I'll definitely be picking it out at our retreat. But yep, Fiber Addiction M, BFL weed, beautifulness. Is that it? Yeah. For you? Okay. I got some matches with you, so I got some Rapture. Yeah, that's the. I really wanted to get some more of the Bijou Basin, but yeah, this was just sitting there, and I need it. Like, I'm washing things, and I'm using like a little bit of detergent rather than the wool wash. Okay. And I feel better. Like, if I put actual detergent in the washing machine and something happens to the wool, I'm going to feel really bad. Like this, I'll be like, at least I used wool wash. It's like a brain, a trick you play. How about that? Legitimization. And then I went to Sun Valley Fibers, who's also coming to our retreat. We also saw Knits and Class. And yes. Very wonderful, and they'll be at our retreat as well. But this is Sun Valley Fibers. This is their new Super Twist base, which I think will make fantastic socks. It's got a really, like, I would call it the Bazinga blue, really hot pink, and then a black that just really pops. It's Mrs. Zombie, and I somehow missed it at Yarn Over. Like, you pointed out that they didn't have any of it left on the fiber, and then I was like, hey, wait a minute. Oh, no, I wanted it in a DK, and they didn't have that. They had the sock and fiber. Okay, that's what it was, yeah. So I saw the fiber, and I was like, whoa, that's striking. So, I need another single skein, like a hole in my head, but it was just too pretty to pass up. And it had Zombie on it. Well, yeah. Kind of had to buy it. Yep, I'm giving everybody the key to my heart right there. Put Zombie on it. And then at January Thaw, I had bought this, which is Strut Your Stuff. I tried to ask her about it, and I said something about teal feather or tail feather, and she's like, I don't have a colorway name for that. I was like, so sorry, Jeanette. So sorry. Strut Your Stuff. Amy's going, sorry, hat mo here. Anyway, my daughter and Jeanette helped me pick out this, I believe it's coral. I want to make some sort of top. This is the MCN lace, and I wanted it to be stripy, but I didn't want it to be too teen colors-ish. If you know, you're picking up what I'm putting down, you put like a red with this, and it just becomes like a more orangey color, because I had an orange with this, an orangey, like more like this, and you were like, yeah. But this coral, feminine, but what still pops. So Ellie picked it out, and Jeanette was like, oh yeah, that's what I knit. And she had a shawl sitting there that was knit out of these two colors together that looked really pretty. So I came home and immediately balled it up. Wow. And while I was doing it, you would be so proud of me, I was singing, I'm having a winding party, a party by myself, a winding party. Because I did a bunch of other things too. But you can't see them because they're super special secret. But no. A winding part. And then of course that's the earworm that gets it in your head for forever. So I'm sorry for the people on the intranet. Or on the internet, it's not intranet. But yes, it's gonna be something stripy. I'm thinking, yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. And it's probably gonna be of my own design. So woot. And then the coral matches the inside of my bag, which kind of makes me love it even more. And right there. And then what else did I get? Okay, sorry, last but certainly not least, we stopped by and Terry of Roundabout Yarn was like, hey, I know you. And I was like, we don't know you, but that's awesome. So, hi Terry. It was fantastic to meet you and your daughter-in-law. And then she sent us home with some goodies.
Yes, for review.
Yes.
So I have an 8-ply sport weight, and I already have it wound up because I'm going to make a baby squash pumpkin type hat for a coworker.
It's chained, right? It's kind of a chained 8-ply.
No, it's an 8-ply.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm super excited to get this going. It is one of those 8 plies that it's 2 plies together, and then those 2 plies are plied to 4 2 plies. So if that's what makes it look chained in your mind.
Yep. But we'll wear, hopefully, like iron and super pretty.
Yep. And I believe this was Clementine was the colorway. So not very pumpkin-y, but it was, I don't know, it spoke to me. I needed an orangey color for the squash pumpkin hats, and this is perfect.
And she had these, was selling them, so if you're interested in vendors that do split skeins, so there's 250-gram skeins of 75% merino, 25% nylon, 230 yards, and this is the orchard colorway. And I, like Amy, looked at this and immediately saw a Clara dress. But I think it would make really fantastic socks as well. In addition to, it would make a really pretty joyful. Like the, I think that it's just different enough, variegated enough that it would really pop in that stitch patterning. But it, yeah, it's just super striking. Like I saw it in the basket and I was like drawn to it. I was like, oh, and I just found the one and I was like, well, I could find something to do with that. And then she was like, there's another one, I think. And I was like, woo. So yes.
Yeah, the ones that I thought would make really fun Clara dresses were the ones with stellina in them.
Oh, yeah, sparkly.
And they had a lot of sparkle in them. And there was like lots of really pretty, I don't know, candy type colorways. To me, there was like a purple, like a grape, and, you know, a watermelon. And I don't know if that's the actual color names, but, you know, just thinking about them made me think, oh, these would make good little kid clothes. And little kid clothes made me think of candy. So,
yeah,
the inner workings of my mind.
Yeah, exactly. Cables mean you care. Yeah, candy is for babies. Sorry. When you say it like that, it sounds a little ridiculous.
It did.
Yeah, it's okay. We love her all the same. What was I gonna say? But no, I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you are with those hats, right? Like I found a use for those super fun single skeins of fingering weight in my stash, right? And so like my mind just goes, or like the changing pads with the flannel, right? Like ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That's a way that, not that you want to use it up, but just like it's an application that's like not brainless, but you don't have to put like a lot of thought behind how am I going to use this, or like how many pairs of socks do I need.
Well, I liked sock head hats for that because there was one yarn that wasn't, I don't know, it didn't seem like it was going to wear well as socks, and I was like, what am I going to do with this? And I didn't like the super slouchy sock head hat. But there were a bunch of people who said they made the less slouchy, and they kind of said, oh, I did this part for 7 inches instead of 9, and I did this part for And so they're little mods in there for less slouchy, and I was like, less slouchy sockhead hat. And for a long time, I think I made 4 of those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you made them as like teacher's gifts,
yes,
if I remember correctly.
Back when the kids were in daycare.
Yeah, and I think I at that time may have like scoffed at like giving somebody a $20 plus hat or an $18 hat. But now I'm like, I bought all that yarn already.
Yeah.
It's already been, words are not with me tonight. It's marinated in your stash.
Yep.
So that price tag doesn't make me scoff as much anymore. I've already bought it and might as well use it up for a super
And actually the less slouchy, I was able to get 2 because these were 450 yard skeins.
Mm-hmm.
There were 400 yards, I probably couldn't have done it. But they were 450 yard, and I was able to get 2 hats out of 1 skein. So.
And I did publish out there how you can turn some of those free sock patterns into hats as well. So, yep, I definitely, and I really like using fingering held double as well. So,
mm-hmm.
like my Measure in Love, I've made quite a few of those, and they're just so squishy. That holding it double just traps some air in there. But
mm-hmm.
Anyway, that was purchases. Came home with way more than I needed, but I wanted it all. So, and I'm happy with it. And it sounds like we both were like, let's get those new things on the needles.
Yeah, for sure.
Mine, naps, right? Not necessarily that mine is on the needle yet, but
yeah, this is going to be soon. I just have to get through all of the patterns online and in my stash and figure out which one I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple different ones that would work, but I'm not quite sure what to do yet.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that the Loch, Loch from Tin Can Knits was a sport weight.
Loch.
And I wanted to do it, and I was like, oh, but it's not pumpkin anymore. Like I had this whole
mm-hmm.
theme in mind. It was going to be a pumpkin hat for the October baby, but then I was like, but that's a really pretty stitch pattern, and it would look so great in this color, and
mm-hmm.
I don't know. So
decisions.
I
It would
might
still be pumpkin-y. I mean, it's still going to be a round thing on a baby's head, right?
What I'm thinking of doing is waiting a little bit longer and see if they know the sex of the baby. And if it's a girl, I'm going straight for that pretty stitch pattern. And if it's a boy, I'll go back to the squash idea. But I can make more than one, so I might start by making a baby lock, and then
it's like the Loch Ness Monster.
Okay.
Lock.
Mock me, please.
I'm not mocking you. I was just trying to.
I was telling them.
Okay.
Just mock me. It's fine.
Sorry, it's so hard to tell when you're talking to them and talking. Anyway, retreat news.
Okay.
You mentioned that we've got some new vendors that will be joining our marketplace. We'll also be starting a thread to encourage folks to bring stuff for a runway show, and we're going to have a special guest that will be color commentating. So your greatest disaster could come, and that would be fun, or something that you're super proud of. And I hope to have a handful of both available to walk down the runway and be have a little fun with. We're also lining up some really fun nighttime activities that will be a surprise, so we can't mention them as of yet. It seems ridiculous that I bought this amount of yarn with the amount of yarn that has come into my home recently for the goodie bags. So that is also going on. Super fun. Wish you could see it, but you can't. You have to say that while you're going like that.
Yes.
Plotty fingers. 5K, submit your time, will be going out soon. Class threads to at least let you know when the classes will be. Yep. Not necessarily for sign up, but just for preview.
Yeah, you'll get a description, teacher, number of spots available, time, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can kind of plan and strategize, because we are limiting it to 2 spots to begin with. And then once we've given people ample time to sign up, then we're going to turn it open to if you want to add a few more classes and there's open spots, you may do so.
Yep.
So again, we're starting out with limiting you to 2 spots. So pick your top 2 classes and then have a few in your back pocket that you would like to also attend, because then later on we'll open it up and people can sign up for more.
Yes, yes. And that's all I got to say.
Yep, me too. So bye.
Bye, Ufta.